Right now, the state legislature passes legislative maps. Why the GOP-controlled chamber decided to go with maps proposed by Governor Evers.
Also, with the 3 finalists picked for the next superintendent in the Madison School District, what the president of the school board says they're looking for as they get closer to making a decision.
And later, it is School Bus Driver Appreciation Week in Wisconsin. How one Dane County community is thanking their drivers today. Welcome to News 3 Now. You're taking a live look at the state capitol, where it's been a busy day for lawmakers as they discuss several pieces of legislation, including the state's legislative maps. We'll have more on that coming up in a bit, but first we are going to start with the weather. After dealing with above average temperatures for most of last week, we may see the return of snow tomorrow night.
That's right, a winter storm making its way towards southern Wisconsin with the possibility of dumping a few inches of snow. For more on what to expect from this storm, let's check the first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Yeah, we do have a first warn weather alert day in the forecast late tomorrow night into early on Thursday morning. The storm will be a quick hitter, probably dumping most of its snow in about a 6-hour time period, but it'll be a slushy, wet snow. It could come down hard for short periods of time. So that first warn weather alert day, again, late tomorrow night into early Thursday morning, about 1 to 3 inches of a slushy, wet accumulation. If temperatures are a couple of degrees colder, it could be a little bit more than that, depending on how warm the ground is from the mild temperatures tomorrow. That could limit some of the snowfall, at least in some areas. But right now, we're thinking about a general 1 to 3 inch snow across southern Wisconsin. The latest computer model forecast has the heavier amounts south of Madison down toward the Illinois state line, and then north of Wisconsin Dells with maybe a little zone of lesser amounts, around an inch or so in and through Madison. But again, that's subject to shift north or south a little bit. Time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam shows sunshine this morning, clouds late morning into early afternoon, and then more sunshine as we headed through the day. That's what you call variable cloudy. I mean, right now, almost perfectly clear, but high temperatures today did make it up into the upper 30s. Madison hit 39 degrees. Farther out to the west, temperatures in the 40s for Prairie du Chien, at Boscobel, also in Lone Rock. Platteville was at 40 degrees. Current temperatures are now in the upper 20s to around 30. Madison's dropped 6 degrees in the last hour from 35 to 29, but most of Dane County seeing temperatures in the low to mid 30s. Right now, 34 degrees in Verona, 35 degrees in, or 33 degrees in Cross Plains, and 29 degrees in Sun Prairie. Otherwise, look for skies to be partly cloudy this evening. Temperatures holding nearly steady within a couple degrees of 30. Later on, I'll take a look at how much snow we can expect, the timing on that, and then some additional snow, a possibility on Friday as well.
New tonight, an unprecedented agreement reached in the state capitol.
Republicans are backing Democratic Governor Tony Evers' version of the legislative district maps, the lines that control how much power each party has at the Capitol. And that's where we find political reporter Will Keneally, who joins us now with the latest. Will?
That's right. It's not something that you see all that often. Republicans in the state legislature going along with something that the state's Democratic governor proposed. But they're doing so to avoid having the state's liberal state Supreme Court draw the lines instead.
We kind of have a gun to our head, frankly, is really how it's looking right now.
Republicans reluctantly backed legislative district maps drawn by the state's Democratic governor. Now, they're not happy about these maps, but even more, they don't want the liberal state Supreme Court setting the boundaries instead.
I'm going to vote for these maps because the process that's underway in the Supreme Court certainly doesn't appear that it's going to take our arguments seriously or even consider them.
Republicans have benefited under favorable maps for the last decade, so any changes are almost certain to dilute how much power they have in the state capitol. That's something that they are preparing for under the maps passed today.
They are clearly drawn in a way to help Democrats, but I still think we can win because we have a better message.
Even though the maps were drawn by the Democratic governor, many Democrats in the state legislature voted against their own maps.
Republicans at every step of the process rushed it through the committee process, didn't have a public hearing on these maps, didn't have a committee vote.
That leaves it up to the governor to sign or veto the maps.
I'm sure the governor is going to be talking to his lawyers and doing what is best to get fair maps for the people of Wisconsin, and I trust him to make that decision.
Now, again, the governor has said in the past that he would sign these maps because they are, well, frankly, his maps. Moving forward in the state capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
A jogger is recovering today after falling through thin ice on Lake Mendota yesterday afternoon. The Madison Fire Department's lake rescue team was dispatched near Memorial Union around 3:45. Crews arrived on the scene 3 minutes later and saw the person on the ice about 50 feet from shore walking toward land. He did not end up needing medical attention. Earlier this month, organizers canceled on ice events over concerns of thinning ice with the sustained stretch of above average temperatures.
In Beaver Dam 3, firefighters are hurt after a boat crash that happened last night just before 8 while the firefighters were training in Beaver Dam Lake near Grape Island. That's when the airboat they were in crashed. One of the firefighters was seriously hurt, taken to Aurora Summit Hospital in Oconomowoc, where he remains in stable condition. The other two were treated for their injuries and released earlier today. The DNR is now investigating. Today, the Madison Board of Education provided an update on the search for a new superintendent to lead the state's second largest school district.
Our Kyle Pozorski shares what we learned.
It was last month when the 3 finalists were introduced. A decision still has not been made on who will fill the role, and it may be a few more weeks before we know who is picked. You'll remember it was around this time last year when now former Superintendent Dr. Carlton Jenkins announced his plans to retire. He did so last July. The district has been searching for a replacement since. Today we heard from Board President Nichelle Nichols about what they continue to look for when narrowing down their final choice.
Who has a clear and compelling vision for what's right for our students and what it's going to take for us to get there.
The district has partnered with Alma Advisory Group to assist in the search. Today we also heard from their CEO saying they have taken a, quote, holistic view of the 3 finalists' backgrounds and experiences. Board President Nichols also made clear to say that for the district, which serves over 25,000 students and employs over 4,500 people, finding a stable replacement to serve more than just a few years is critical.
This week, school bus drivers are being recognized for their efforts on safely transporting students to and from school. Since 1976, School Bus Driver Appreciation Week is held on the second full week in February. Throughout the week, the Wisconsin School Bus Association urges everyone to show their appreciation. Today, the Mount Horeb School District held a bus driver appreciation breakfast for their drivers.
I think it's nice to have the drivers recognized. It's not an easy job, you know, but there are rewards. But it is definitely, like anything, being appreciated for what you do. Having a week like that, being appreciated, yeah, I think that's kind of nice. I think it makes things even that much more brighter.
In Wisconsin, there are more than 12,000 school bus drivers who transport more than 400,000 students to and from school every day, traveling a total average of 144 million miles a year.
Just a few days left to nominate a veteran for the Spirit of Service Award. News 3 Now proudly partnering with Vortex to raise awareness about veterans doing good in our community. Help us honor one with a $5,000 prize. Just head to the story at channel3000.com and tell us in 1,000 words or less why the veteran you're nominating should win. We're taking nominations until the end of Friday. The winner will be announced next month on News 3 Now this morning. And you have a little more than 2 weeks to send in nominations for Madison Magazine's Best of Madison. Categories include food, the arts, entertainment, fitness, and much more. The Best of Madison poll will qualify vote getters residing throughout Dane County and also other counties, including Rock, Columbia, Dodge, and more. You can nominate once a day in each category until the end of the month. Find more details on how to cast your vote at channel3000.com.
Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, why there's been a mad dash recently for one of the most commonly prescribed childhood asthma medications.
Plus, the Madison School District has conducted contact tracing of students and staff at Vel Phillips Memorial High School after a student there was last spring diagnosed with tuberculosis. The latest just ahead.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
Trust Gruber Law Offices to get you back in the game. Our team is available 24/7. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Nominate the Best of Madison online today, including Beef Butter Barbecue for Best Barbecue, Best Catering. Cast a nomination for Beef Butter Barbecue and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy two, you get two free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy Two, Get Two free sale is for a limited time.
That's a great deal. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. News 3 Now This Morning, moving forward. Weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
Welcome back. Yesterday, the Madison School District notified families of a confirmed case of tuberculosis from a former Memorial High School student.
Our Jalen Banks joins us now from Bell Phillips Memorial High School on what preventative measures are in place to stop a potential spread.
On Monday, MMSD confirmed an active case of tuberculosis at Memorial High School in the spring semester of 2023. Something health experts say is pretty rare to catch in the U.S. MMSD tells News 3 Now the former student was just recently diagnosed with active tuberculosis. And health experts say it's not only uncommon in Wisconsin, but the U.S. as a whole.
It is important to know that active tuberculosis is very uncommon in the United States, and particularly in Wisconsin. When you look back at the past several years of data, each year we run around 55 cases a year in the state of Wisconsin. And so to think about that, those are generally very small numbers.
And Dr. Schultz says the key to battling TB is to identify it as soon as possible.
Can be a deadly illness, and there are parts of the world where it still is. That's not the case in the United States as long as someone is identified and then can be put on appropriate treatment.
MMSD is working with Public Health Madison-Dane County on ensuring the one rare case did not turn into many. The steps PMHDC are taking include identifying a case, contact tracing as far back as March 3rd, test those at risk with blood tests. Finally, if a person tests positive, determine if it is active and create treatment plans for the individual. Contact tracing will continue at Memorial High School. Moving forward in Madison, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Well, the Madison District referred all of our questions about the case to public health, but public health officials told us today they could not provide further details about this specific case. Washington Post reporting the CDC is expected to ease COVID-19 guidance this spring. Since 2021, the agency has said people should isolate for at least 5 days after a positive test, then continue to mask. Now, isolation may no longer be necessary if you have been fever-free for 24 hours. The updated guidance would bring COVID-19 in line with guidance for other respiratory viruses, such as the flu.
Doctors and parents are scrambling to get one of the most commonly prescribed childhood asthma medications. Pharmaceutical company GSK took Flovent off the shelves January 1st and replaced it with an identical generic version. Ahead of the switch, the company said this would help provide patients with potentially lower costs, but that has not necessarily been the case. Some insurance companies don't cover the generic version, while alternatives might not work for certain children, or they can be hard to find.
Still ahead, if your sweetheart has a sweet tooth, why you may be paying more for those Valentine's Day treats.
Also, a Catholic school in Madison is moving into a new space, but not everyone is happy. What their concerns are and what the bishop is saying.
Plus, how much snow could we get from tomorrow's system coming through? Gary's complete forecast when we come back.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the Madison area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Save store-wide on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. We have the area's largest selection and lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts. Furniture for living. Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
St. Ambrose Academy, a Catholic school in Madison, will be the new tenant in the Holy Name Heights apartment building, despite residents' concerns about safety.
Our Catherine Merck joins us to explain the controversy around the matter and what the bishop had to say about the move.
The bishop has called this move for this space a win for the community. But today's positive words about the matter didn't come easily with some of the people who currently live at this space. Some Holy Name residents were opposed to the project at early planning meetings, according to multiple sources. This is because individual apartment units would be accessible from the main entrance of the school, and students and residents would need to use some of the same elevators and staircases to travel around the building. And that's according to the planning documents. But officials had only positive things to say about the move to the former school grounds.
To be able to come in and restore an outstanding Catholic education on these hallowed grounds again is extremely exciting for all of us at the school.
This was built as a school, so it's really reassuring that we can utilize these resources as a school again.
The diocese has previously addressed the safety concerns and said that the areas will be separated between the students and residents. Students will be able to access the facility's chapel, athletic fields, and gym, which were often going unused before. St. Ambrose is expected to have full use of the space in time for the next school year.
We could see a bit of snow and rain tomorrow night. Here's Gary with the complete forecast.
Well, you know, people have been wondering where winter is. You know, after we had that cold spell in the snow in the middle of January, February, so far, temperatures have been 13.5 degrees above normal, and that's just for about the first half of the month. But if you take a look at Alaska, there's plenty of snow up there. These areas in red, over 2 feet of snow on the ground. So there's a good snow cover, basically from Alaska all the way through Canada. But then you get to the continental United States, and it pretty much ends right at the border, just south of there. A little bit of light snow on the ground in northern Wisconsin. That's from Lake Superior. But most of the Midwest right now is snow-free. That will change over the next couple of days. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. We'll see one more mild day tomorrow with high temperatures in the middle 40s. Of course, the bare ground has a lot to do with that. But we'll see some snow late tomorrow night into Thursday morning, and then some snow showers on Friday as well that could bring some additional snow accumulation. And then cold weather with some snow on the ground. High temperatures will be in the upper 20s for Friday and Saturday. But that first warned weather alert day in the forecast from late Wednesday night into Thursday morning for accumulating snow of 1 to 3 inches, a slushy, wet snow. It's probably going to be a short period of time that we'll see that snow. Everything has to line up at that time. Notice 10:30 p.m. Wednesday night, already some light snow starting to spread into southern Wisconsin, mainly rain along and south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. And then as we head into midnight, notice some heavier bands of snow north of La Crosse
and then maybe down toward the Illinois state line where that rain is coming up. In between, perhaps a little bit less in the way of accumulation. That might limit things, at least in the city of Madison. Notice 3 a.m. Slightly heavier snow down toward the Illinois state line and also north of the Dells. Again, in between, Madison seeing just some light snow. 6 a.m. Now the bulk of the snow starting to shift more to the east, just lighter snow to the west. 9 a.m. Thursday morning, the back edge of the snow through Madison. And then by noon, it's gone. We're probably seeing some sunshine, and temperatures will stay in the middle 30s as a result. As far as snowfall amounts, again, right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, maybe 1 to 3 inches. North of the Dells, an inch or two, maybe around an inch or so in and around Madison. Some of that may melt initially as it hits the ground because the ground will be warm enough after the mild day tomorrow. But there are winter weather advisories in a narrow band from South Dakota into central Minnesota and far west central Wisconsin. This weather system starting to come together, but notice there's not a lot of moisture associated with it. The jet stream basically in a west to east pattern, so that's locking the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico from coming northward. So these weather systems don't have a lot to really work with. But as that jet stream continues to push eastward, that will drive that weather system from Montana eventually through the Midwest. A weak weather system right now into western Minnesota, but this is the one that we're watching that will zip through, and again, just south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line as we head from tomorrow night into early Thursday morning, and then it'll zip on out of here and the snow will be gone. Temperatures right now, 20s and lower 30s. Notice it is milder to our south and west, so I think we'll be back in the 40s for tomorrow, at least during the afternoon before we start to cool down. Planning your day tomorrow, planning your night, look for temperatures upper 20s to around 30 degrees through about midnight, and then around midnight, temperatures upper 20s. Temperatures drop into the middle 20s with partly cloudy skies overnight. Look for low temperatures around 24, 25 degrees here in Madison. Planning your night in Dade County, look for a low of 24 Fitchburg, 28 in Belleville, and 24 in Sun Prairie. Rest of southern Wisconsin, 26 in Wautoma, 26 in Lone Rock, and 27 for the overnight low in Monroe. For tomorrow, look for sunshine in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon. Still pretty mild, though, with a high of 46. And then that snow arrives, and the heavier amounts, maybe 1 to 3 inches down toward the Illinois state line, an inch or two north of the Dells, and lesser amounts toward Madison. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. After some snow on Friday, light snow, maybe up to an inch of accumulation. Then we'll see highs upper 20s through Saturday. Notice next week we're back into the upper 30s to lower 40s. Probably melt most, if not all, of the snow. Temperatures will stay above normal for a while.
It is not just chocolate prices that are going up before Valentine's Day. Some special Valentine's Day editions of popular candies appear to be priced higher than their regular versions. They include Haribo, Sour Patch Kids, and Jolly Ranchers. That's the determination of a food and cooking website. For example, a 7-ounce Haribo Gold Bears Gummy Bears Valentine Heart Box on Walmart.com is priced at $5.97, but a regular 8-ounce bag is half of that at $2.38. That amounts to a 55-cent per ounce bump in price.
And coming up in sports, Badgers trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. We're live at the Kohl Center with a blueprint to beat the Buckeyes. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Race to savings at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors at the best price. Design your door your way with our easy step-by-step design program. Or choose from our great in-stock selection, ready to take home today. Lock in great savings with our huge selection of Schlage door locks. Menards carries over 200 options of Schlage locks across several finishes and styles. Get this Seville Hall-in Closet lever for $19.99.
Race to savings now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Another year of yo-yo dieting? Not this year. Hit reset and make a permanent change with permanent fat removal by Sonobello.
With Sonobello, day one, all my unwanted body fat gone.
These are my favorite pair of jeans that I couldn't even button up. Look how flat my stomach is. I couldn't believe it was just gone.
I saw the results immediately.
And this is the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
Real women everywhere are transforming their bodies permanently. Sonobello is not a fad diet or boot camp workout. It's a simple, proven way to remove stubborn body fat permanently and in just one visit.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
If you are looking for physical results and positive emotional results, please run, don't walk to your nearest Sonobello.
Ready to hit reset? Find out how you can save $250 off instantly. Call now or go to sonobello.com.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's better than ever. Over 350 booths and 25 seminars at the Wisconsin Fishing Expo, February 23rd through the 25th at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison. Deals from legendary manufacturers and unique vendors not found in stores, plus dozens of boat dealers. Kids' activities include trout pond, casting competitions, bow fishing, kids bingo, and more. Prize patrol giveaways every day. WIFishingexpo.com. Sponsored by Wisconsin Outdoor News, Daiwa, Don's Marine, Blackfish, and Lucas Oil.
Four-game losing streaks don't really happen at Wisconsin. You have to go all the way back to the 2017-2018 season for the last time that it happened. Tonight, though, the Badgers have plans to end that streak against the Buckeyes. Andrew Banstra is already at the Kohl Center for this one. And Andrew, they're playing in the perfect place to end that streak.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Zach. If the Badgers want to get back to their winning ways, they're in a really good place to do it. Wisconsin is an astounding 11-2 at the Kohl Center this season. That's compared to just 3-6 on the road. Now, one of those road wins did come against Ohio State about a month ago, but after losing 4 straight, Wisconsin's focus isn't on the near last place Buckeyes. It's on getting back to who they are, because in the Big Ten, there are no nights off.
Understand in this league, there's no get-well games. There aren't any. There used to be 15, 20 years ago. Not anymore. There's just too much parity. We'll have our hands full.
We just got to do a good job of playing good team defense, limiting their paint scores, while also not letting guys like Jameson Battle or Bruce Thornton heat up from 3. So just playing solid team defense and sticking to the things that we usually need to do.
Another key for this Badgers team is going to be getting the 3-ball to fall, which is something that made this offense so elite to start this season. But Wisconsin's just 13 from 59 from beyond the arc in their last 3 games. Need guys like A.J. Storr and Max Klesman to step up. Zach?
Well, speaking of Ohio State, the Wisconsin men's hockey team heads to Columbus on Friday for the first of 2 weekends on the road. The Badgers already swept the Buckeyes this season, and OSU has been struggling in the Big Ten. They have just 1 conference win and have lost 7 straight Big Ten games. But with his team's sights set on a conference crown, Mike Hastings' squad isn't interested in overlooking Ohio State.
If you don't play well, you're going to get beat. And depending on how you play, you could get embarrassed. I don't care who you're playing in our league. You have to go out and earn your points. And we've done that in some peaks and some valleys over the last 2 weekends in our play. Anytime you go on the road in the Big Ten, you're going to have to go and earn it, and it's not going to be any different.
Every game matters just a little bit more right now.
All right, and we're all out of time. So thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.